Good morning and a very warm welcome to everyone. On behalf of Reccsar Private Limited, I extend a hearty welcome to all our students, faculty members, research scholars, and working professionals who have joined us today for this online free workshop. Today's topic is AI assisted UI UX design and prototyping, a skill that's shaping the future of design. We are truly glad to have such an engaged audience with us. Let's begin this learning session together. So, now let's see about Reccsar Private Limited. Our mission is simple: empowering growth through IT training. We believe the right skills open the right doors, and we are here to help individuals and organizations grow one program at a time. Let's see how we do it. We are an esteemed IT training institute. Our goal is to empower individuals and organizations to thrive in today's fast moving tech era. We offer cutting edge courses aligned to what the industry needs now, and we deliver results: high engagement, high completion rates. We don't just teach, we make sure you learn and succeed. What drives us? Our mission and vision. Our mission is to help organizations stay agile with the right skills at the right time. Our vision is to build strong communities by bridging the skill gap between people and industry. Because when people grow, businesses grow and communities move forward. Okay, so here is what Resort offers: robust corporate training for real business results, blended learning, live sessions, hand on practice, and online resources, and custom solutions, which is like a tailored to your goals, lifelong learning culture, because in tech, growth never stops. Every program at Resar has a purpose: bridge skill gaps, attract and retain top talent, boost market competitiveness, enhance productivity, ensure compliance. We train for impact, not just for certificates. We learn differently, so we train differently. So we have different training methods like classroom training, online training, corporate training, project based training, placement oriented training, internship programs. So choose the mode that works best for you. Train with Rezar, and the benefits don't stop at the classroom because you have lifetime portal access, 24/7 support, two real-time projects, industry experts as trainers, access to recorded sessions. We support your learning journey for life. And our courses covers the most in-demand tech domains: cloud and DevOps, AWS. So you can see everything there that is there in the PPT. So we offer all those things: data and AI, cybersecurity. So your career goal, we have the course for it. And now the biggest question: why Resar? Because we are trusted global partner, industry aligned training, personalized solutions, proven outcomes in performance and efficiency. At Resar, we don't just train, we build careers, we build futures. So, thank you so much for listening, and let's start the session. Before that, I want to inform everyone you will get the certificates by evening. And thank you so much. Let's start the session.
Hey guys, hello all. Just let me share my screen. Hope my voice is audible and my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. What's the audible?
Yes, okay. So, hello guys. A great afternoon to all. Today we are here to listen about the AI assisted UI UX design and prototyping. So it's not just a lecture or some workshop that you can have regularly attend everywhere. It's a storytelling journey where we actually know about the evolution of design and how it is used in real world. So imagine for a moment every single thing you did today before sitting down in this room. You unlocked your phone, checked your notification, poured coffee from a machine, ordered a ride, paid a ticket, or even ordered a food from an app. So every single one of those actions required you to converse with the machine through interface. But interfaces are, aren't just modern technological glass screens. They are invisible thread woven through an entire history of human civilization. We think of UI as and UX as a product of Silicon Valley, born in the late 20th century, out of necessity for computers. But the truth is, design did not start with pixels, softwares, or wireframes. Design started the very moment human beings realize that their survival depended on translating complex thoughts inside their heads into visual signs that someone else could instantly understand. Today, we are standing at an edge of the biggest shift in human interface design in recorded history. The transition from manual layout creation to AI assisted generation. But to truly understand where AI is taking us, we first have to travel back 50,000 years to meet the world's very first designer. So, the first designer was designed in the cave wall. Picture this, it's 50,000 before Christ. The world is cold, quiet, and unimaginably dangerous. You walk out of cave into a dense forest, and suddenly you spot a tiger crouching near a freshwater river. You freeze, catch a breath, and retreat safely into the shadows. Now you have a information problem. Now you need to uh, transform your data, which is the tiger, to save your family's life. But you don't have an English dictionary. You can't speak. You don't have a smartphone. You don't have a written alphabet. So how do you communicate a complex thread before someone walks into that clearing? You grab a piece of a crushed red stone, walk up to the cold stone cave wall, and draw a quick, bold graphic, a sharp toothed tiger right beside a running human figure near a wavy line representing water. That cave wall was a humanity's very first UI display. That red stone was the ink, the red rock face was the canvas, and the drawing was the information architecture designed for high stakes usability. The user goal was simple: survive. The user experience was instant recognition without cognitive friction. If the drawing was confusing, someone died. That is where design was born. It wasn't an art exercise. It was visual problem solving under extreme constraints. The tools we use today, whether it's charcoal on stone or Fi- vectors inside Figma, are mere instruments. The underlying human psychology has remained completely identical for 50,000 years. We crave visual clarity so we can make split seconds decisions without getting overwhelmed. Alright, let's move to the second chapter. So, the physical world and friction of everyday things. As humanity built cities, tools, and industrial machinery, design expanded from communication into physical interaction. But with physical objects came catastrophic design failures that we still live with every day. Have you ever walked up to a glass door in a busy building, seen a large metal handle, pulled it with total confidence, and slammed your body right into the glass? Because it was actually a push door. That wasn't your fault. That is a failure of what design legend Don Norman called affordances. A handle implicity tells the human brain to pull, while a flat metal plate tells human brain to push. When doors visual design signals the exact opposite of its physical mechanism, creates cognitive friction. Look at the remote control sitting in your living room. It has 75 tiny plastic buttons scattered across its surface. Yet 90% of humanity only ever touches four buttons: power, volume up, volume down, and the channel. That remote is a monument to feature bloat, a product designed around engineering capability rather than human psychology. Think about early automated teller machines in the banks. When ATMs were first introduced, they gave users their cash first and returned their debit card second. The result, millions of people grabbed their cash, felt satisfied that their primary task was completed, and walked away, leaving their bank card inside the machine. Designers had to completely re architect that sequential UX flow, forcing the machine to hold the cash hostage until the user retrieved their card first. These examples teach us a fundamental truth. User experience is not about making things look pretty. UX is the rigorous discipline of moving friction from human behavior. So, let's know about the evolution of human interfaces. So, when a personal computing erupted in the late 20th century, designers faced a monumental challenge. How do you get millions of everyday people who have never seen a computer screen before to interact with invisible lines of binary code? The answer was designing digital interfaces to look directly into physical real world objects. That is why your computer operating system has desktop complete with folders, a trash can, and a floppy disk icon for saving files. Windows 95 didn't win the world because it was visually stunning. It won because it was translated abstract machine logic into familiar physical metaphors that a human brain could process without a manual. So then came around 2000, then came around 1440 AD, where the printing press, they were having a particular standard layout for printing newspapers. And then we got the Windows 95, all those desktop icons and web browsers. You all remember that, right? Typical UI with just operating systems and computational power. And then in 2007, Apple handled a smooth piece of glass with zero tactile buttons. Overnight, the industry moved from mouse cursors to multi-touch gestures. Web design morphed from rigid, clunky desktop grids into fluid, responsive mobile applications. But as digital ecosystems exploded, a new problem emerged for designers: velocity and scale. Designing an app was no longer just about drawing file screens. Suddenly, a single product required hundreds of responsive prints, complex design systems, interactive states, micro animations, light modes, dark modes, and multi-language support. Designers started spending 80% of their working hours performing repetitive mechanical tasks, aligning pixels, setting up auto layouts, renaming layers, and writing placeholder text, leaving only 20% of their time for actual creative strategic thinking. So then we are in the AI era where the wireframes, all the UX, UI, all done using a single prompt. So here comes the AI shift and the speed of thought. So, and that brings us to the present moment where artificial intelligence has entered the creative workflow. There is a lot of fear circulating in the creative industry right now. Designers are asking themselves, is AI going to take my job? Will neural network render my hard-earned skills? The answer to that question becomes crystal clear when you look at history. When charcoal gave way to printing press, artists didn't vanish. When physical paste up boards gave way to Adobe Photoshop and computer graphics, designers didn't lose their utility. Their capability exploded. AI is not going to replace designers. However, designers who leverage AI tools will replace designers who refuse to adapt. We are moving from the era of manual pixel pushing into the era of design at the speed of thought. Imagine taking a client brief, taking an idea that normally takes 2 to 3 weeks of tedious manual wireframing, and generating an entire structure foundations in 30 seconds. AI tools don't rob us of creativity, they eliminate the grunt work. They construct the site map, assemble the initial information architecture, populate realistic UX copy, and set up component kits instantly. Instead of spending 2 weeks building gray boxes in Canvas, you spend 30 minutes acting as a executive creative director, refining, polishing, humanizing, and perfecting the experience. Go from being a manual worker, moving boxes to an architect shaping strategy. So that's what it's all about. AI will not replace designers, but designers using AI will replace those who don't. So the traditional process, we were like having the client asks, I need an app layout, and we designers had to manually do the user research and sitemap creation, drawing all the wireframe box in Figma, then all the manual typography, auto layout setup, and the flow setup. And then the client says he needs it tomorrow. That's kind of a hard work. But with AI assisted workflow, now we can just enter a prompt into Relum AI site builder. So with instant sitemap plus wireframe generations, direct export into Figma component kit, refine and finalize the prototype seamlessly. So let's go to the live demonstration where we'll see about Relum to Figma workflow. For this, first we'll open Relum AI. So if you're new to this website is used to design and build faster with AI. So if you don't have any account, please do create. So let's open Relum AI. Relum is essentially an AI powered site architect. Instead of starting with a blank, intimidating canvas in Figma, we begin with a prompt. Let's enter the real world scenario. Build a full application structure for healthy meal delivery service targeting busy and corporate professionals. Let's start this. We'll start with a new project. So here we'll enter a prompt. So here we'll generate the sitemap. I hit generate, and within seconds, look at what happens. The AI isn't just generating random designs. It's thinking through the information architecture first. It builds a structured sitemap, mapping out the landing page, menu explorer, custom subscription, checkout flow, and all the necessary parts that are needed for application. Now let's switch from the sitemap view to the wireframe view. It's currently generating the wireframe. So what happens exactly here is Relium replaces the flowchart nodes we saw on the sitemap with actual page UI layouts showing the hero sections, image placeholders, text, and buttons. Relium immediately populates every single page with structured design components. Notice how it places the hero section. So notice how it places the hero sections, feature comparison tables, testimonials, and dynamic call to action blocks. If I don't like a specific design, say this feature section, I can hover it and click regenerate. And the AI presents alternative structural variations instantly. Look at the UX commentary. It doesn't write meaningless stuff. It writes contextual, conversational, focused headlines tailored specifically to healthy food delivery for working professionals. So now comes the magic trick. Building all these wireframes manually in Figma would normally take days. In Relium, I click export to Figma here. It requires a plugin to be installed in Figma too. So those are new to this. I suggest you install the plugins and necessary extensions for that. So this is a starter kit for the Relium Figma. So first we'll see about the regeneration part. Here let's just take this. So here we'll click the regenerate copy. See, it changes. So if you don't like a layout, I just hit regenerate, and the AI presents a new structural variation on the fly. So now we'll do the export to Figma. We need to installing the Relium in Figma, Relium plugin in Figma. So once you install the Relium plugin, it will be coming up here. It is over here, and you can run it. Yes, our project is currently exported here from Relium, the healthy fuel. Now we can import the wireframes and sitemaps, or even we can create the design here. The design is also being generated by Relium. So whatever design you need can be given in the prompt section, and it can be designed here. Now let's just move on the wireframes. It kind of takes a long time to export it. So what Figma is gonna do is Figma is laying out every single page frame. But more importantly, these aren't flat static images. Every single container uses the Figma auto layout. The typographic styles are mapped to global design tokens. The buttons are fully interactive components, and layout flexes perfectly. In less than 5 minutes, we have bypassed days of manual setup and landed directly at the phase where we can customize, brand, and polish the final user. So, meanwhile, while this is getting created, I'll explain about Figma basics. This doesn't seem to be working right now. Let's just move on to the Figma basics too, because that's an important thing here. So, Figma is a cloud based UI UX design and prototyping tool. It is used to create mobile app interfaces, websites, dashboards, wireframes, prototypes, and design system. Before you create a particular application, you can just go create a wireframe in Figma to understand the flow of that particular architecture. So think of Figma as the Google Docs of UI design. Everyone can work together on the same file simultaneously. So there is an AI in Figma, which is Figma Make. And trust me, this is one of the best thing you can work on. Let's just use the same prompt that we used previously. And we'll have to wait for a few minutes. Then it will just give out the perfectly generated design for us. Meanwhile, let's just check out what happened with our Relium login import. Doesn't seem to be working right now. Just close it and try again. So this time, instead of trying out the wireframe, we'll try out the sitemap. Yes, the import is completed now. We'll try wireframe too this time. All right, this is not gonna work, I guess. There's some problem with the exporting the wireframe section, or else we'll try design. So let's see if our design has been created. Yes, it is. Wow, look at that. It's perfectly natural, just like how we would sit for days and just design on it. Let's try publishing it too. Publishing it would make it like the exact website can be shown in a browser, and which makes it realistic and to show to the stakeholders and get a better business requirement, you know. And here it's kind of running. We are importing the design, both are working simultaneously. Now we'll go to the web. So there's our website with just one prompt. It generated everything that I needed. So it showed me how it worked. It wrote an index CSS file. It wrote app file. So there's a reasoning too. So why and how it has built that particular website, and just shows what it has done, right? Every flow here works too, and it has done a perfect work that we need. Also, here, if we need, we can edit, change the color theme, and give some artistic background. Let's try editing it once more. And this takes on forever. Guess there's some problem with the integration part here. Let's just wait on for a few more minutes. This is something that our Relium has done. So can able to compare the difference between the what Relium has done and what Figma has done, right? Can like directly import the code and build a backend for it. That's an amazing thing with the Figma make, and this takes on forever again. So that's what Relium is about. You can like change the typography if you need, the colors, all the themes. If you need a dark theme, that can be done here too. So it's just making your work easier, making a designer's work easier, so that the design can be shown easily to the stakeholders, can be moved to the next section of the software lifecycle phase, because this leaves us a space and time where we can think more creatively rather than just working on the pixels, working on the font psychology or whatever you can think of. So it's rewriting the full app with new deep violet and gold theme. So it does its work perfectly. You just have to basically need to prompt uh, and get your work done as quick as possible. Then move on to the next phase of building the software. And this also enhances the user experience part as well as the user interface part. Coming to the user interface part, it's just a design that needs to be nourished and make it better, whereas the user experience part, you need to make it more convenient for the user to use it regularly and make it more proper. All right, this is gonna take forever, I guess. Meanwhile, let's move on to the next phase in presentation. So I call these the design avengers: Chat GPT, Relium AI, Figma AI, and Midjourney. So ChatGPT and Gemini LLMs like this have got a image creation model where you can like create realistic user experience and just use the ChatGPT to generate the psychology of user experience. Um, just give out the rough flow of your architecture and make it as better as possible. Um, it's all about testing into multiple users' perspectives and bringing out the better solution, right? Once that better solution has been thought of and it has been designed, then you put that prompt into Realm AI. Then it generates a full website sitemap and all the wireframes. Now the design is not as better as whatever is given by Figma. So whatever the structure you generated through Realm AI, you put it in Figma for a better user interface. All the auto layout arrangements, variable linking, the buttons, the flow, all of these are done using Figma. Now here comes a new tool, which is Midjourney. You can try it out if you want to. Uh, so what it does is it creates some futuristic illustrations. The something like wherever you create a normal website, you just put it in Midjourney. It does something creative, something new, unique that the user might like and might prefer to use more. So to make this workflow part of your daily toolkit, you shouldn't think of AI as a straight tool. Think of it as assembling your own personal creative squad. Your AI design Avengers. You use ChatGPT as your research partner to generate all the edge case scenarios. You use Relium AI as your structural architect to build your site maps and wireframe foundations. You use Figma AI to manage auto layouts, clean up layer structures, and tweak micro interactions. And you use Midjourney to generate the best visual assets and stylistic imagery. So, as we look toward the future, where is the design heading? We are already moving toward a world where physical screen will begin to shrink, transform, and eventually disappear. We are stepping into spatial computing, augmented reality, right? So we are stepping into spatial computing, augmented reality, voice-driven interfaces, and generative user interfaces that adapt dynamically to an individual's user real-time needs. Imagine an app interface that automatically reconfigures its layout depending on whether you are walking down a noisy street, driving a car, or sitting quietly at the desk. So, here's the conclusion, the core mission. No matter how advanced our AI models become, no matter how fast our computers process algorithms, one fundamental truth will never change. Technology is built for human beings by human beings. From the cave painter using crushed rocks on stone 50,000 years ago to the industrial design, engineering design, physical interfaces, to the modern design prompting, AI models to output complex Figma design systems. The medium evolves, but the mission remains entirely sacred. Design is and always will be the art of understanding human emotion, reducing human frustration, and building bridges between people and world around them. Embrace the new tools, master the AI revolution, but never lose uh, sight of the human being sitting on the other side of glass. So that's it. Thank you. Meanwhile, we'll just look whether the editing has been done. OS, look, it's like perfect. I mean, look at it. It just changed the entire background and structure, making it more attractive and user friendly. All these are done using single prompts. Imagine I just did this in 10 minutes. What you could do if you could sit for a day and just give some better prompts and build your idea or something. Okay, this doesn't seem to be working. And meanwhile, we'll look at this. So we got a better website, and it's just how you edit it, and you give multiple prompts and build something better. And I guess this is over, and we'll move on to mid journey once, how it works, and get a good prompt once. So meanwhile, you can try out with Figma and Relium AI if you want to. This kind of takes long to connect. I'll also uh, tell some why advantages of Figma, why we use Figma. So it's like a cloud-based application where no installation is required. You can just use it in your web, and it's a real-time collaboration. You can just share it or give access to specific users so that multiple users can be working on same websites, and it would be a much team collaboration, right? And there is a version history too, where if you do not like this particular version, you can just move on to the previous one. So it's like just using GitHub and Figma, right? You can move on to the previous version if something you don't like in the current version. And it's cross platform. It has MCPs. It can be connected to multiple applications, like you can complete it connect it with Claude, connect it with GPT and Relium, which we just saw now. So in real world, companies use Figma for UI design, UX design, product design, wireframing, prototyping, developer handoff, and design systems. So to talk about Midjourney, imagine you're a game developer and your team asks, we need a concept image of a futuristic city with flying cars by tomorrow. Traditionally, you would hire a concept artist, wait several days, request revisions, pay for each iteration. With Midjourney, we can just type, let's try. You let's you create. Or we have to choose a different model, I guess. Okay, these are all paid models. Let's move on to a free model. It's getting created. So, what exactly is Midjourney? It's a AI image generation tool that converts text prompts into images, similar to what you would do in a Gemini or ChatGPT. But this is more particularly invented for uh, image art itself. Instead of drawing manually, you describe what you want, and AI creates artwork based on your prompt. Look, it has been created. Look how great it is. We just gave a prompt and it generated a much better, clear image. So this can be directly put into Figma, I mean the chat, and you can ask it for a reference. Take a reference of this pic and build me a better background or whatever you want it done. So it's commonly used for concept art, UI inspiration, product design, storyboarding, marketing visuals, fantasy and science fiction arts, character design, interior and architectural concepts. So what would be a good prompt if you're using Midjourney? So first you ask for a subject, like what is the main object, which in our term is flying cars, neon lights, and ultra realistic cinematic lighting. And the environment, we give it as sunset, and style, we gave ultra realistic and cinematic lighting. All these important features which had to be given in the prompt, right? Let's try one more picture. Consider it like a movie poster. So this is a proper definition of a good prompt. Cannot be like uh, giving a prompt just on your own words. You have to like consider its the models and give the better prompt. Just make it understand what you exactly need. Give the exact words. If you're not like good at prompting, then maybe consider giving your own words to the other LLMs like GPT or Gemini, and till you would give your prompt to the, I mean, tell it to make a prompt and for exactly for mid journey. So let's try this once more. So it's getting generated. So there seems to be a problem with this Relum plugin. However, here you got the steps to use Relum in Figma. It got generated. Look how creative it is. So like compare this. I mean, like observe this how this astronaut looks, the background details, the lighting, and the color palette. It's all so creative and much better than what we would uh, do it in Gemini or GPT, right? So, meanwhile, let's see if there is any other good uh, design tools that we can use up to increase your productivity. Let's look at Canva once because this is something I made my own um presentation to. So let's go here. Wherever, like, whatever you want to create, you can just start it as creating a design. So there's like pictures of WhatsApp status and YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So let's also give a brief introduction about Canva. Canva is a cloud-based graphic design platform that allows anyone to create professional quality designs without needing advanced graphic design skills. So it works through drag and drop editing, making it suitable for beginners while also offering advanced AI powered features for professionals. Let's try both. So why do you use Canva? Before Canva, people were like typically using Photoshop or Illustrator, which kind of required a big training, huge amount of training. But Canva changed this provision by using ready-made templates, drag and drop editing, AI-powered design assistance, collaboration, feature, cloud storage. So let's just use our own real-life use case. So you're starting a small shop, any shop. So you need Instagram post, a menu card, business card, poster, Facebook banner. Hiring a designer and making them do all the works might take a lot of resource like money and time. But using Canva, you can just go select a template and change the text, replace images, download. Uh, Within 15 to 20 minutes, all your marketing materials will be ready. So let's try it out. Let's try it out for websites. What website? Educational website. We'll try. So there are already predefined. What do you say? The templates given here in the. You can choose multiples, or also we'll try for presentations. So look, let's like search for a presentation template. how the predefined templates are. It's just so amazing, and you can just directly use it and change all the templates and contents which you need require. First, we'll try applying to all pages. We'll try using the AI here. So there is background remover where you can remove your background, or if you want, you can just create some elements using this AI. So let's say we need an image based on UI, UX, prototyping using AI. We'll give generate. Now this will give a particular design based on the presentation that we have here and the prompt that you gave. It will kind of take a little long time, but it'll do its work properly. Yes, now here, look how creative it is. You don't have to go choose multiple tools for creating images. You can just directly use Canva for all these purposes. Look, so this is all the design is about. I mean, I would suggest you guys try every tool possible. Like as I told, the conclusion was our core mission was not just designing something that needs to be done. This is all about uh, the art of understanding human emotion, reducing human frustration, and building bridges between people and the world around them. So, use the new tools, master AI revolution, and try building more something. Thank you. We'll go for Q&A. Any questions?
So, dear participants, now the mic is enabled. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Hello,
Yes, please.
sir. I'm Saidali.
Okay.
Can I ask some questions?
Yes, please, please, please. You have some questions.
Sir, AI not replace the UI UX designs,
Yes.
but
Uh,
nowadays AI
yeah, please, please continue.
is growing in, but AI is replacing jobs.
என் ஃப்ரெண்டு வந்தாலும் நான்
Yeah,
கலெக்ட்
I
போயிட்டேன்.
can't, I can't exactly understand your question. Please, could you repeat it?
Sir, you said AI not
Hmm.
replace the designers,
Yes, yes, exactly.
but
Yeah, let me.
AI
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
but AI replacing the human jobs. How did
Yes.
possible or impossible?
I'll once more share my screen for that query. So this is where I explained about how will AI replace UI UX designers or any other jobs? Consider like developers or testing roles, any other jobs that you want to talk about. The problem is today AI is emerging as fast as it. You can build big application just with some one prompt. There are like tools like Airbase Studio, Emergent. So what um, I would suggest developers and designers to do is
Okay.
study those tools, study the AI tools, how they work, and with this AI tools, you will just boost your productivity rather than losing your jobs. If you are not like learning, upskilling yourself with the AI tools, then you might lose your job. But like consider learning a few things like the Figma, Make, Relume, or any other AI tool that you come across. Please learn that.
Okay.
Try to use it in your everyday life, and this will like you have if you're doing it manually, it might take days to complete. But while you're using AI, you can just finish off this work in one day, then move on to the next one. So this will not replace the whole jobs. This will just boost the productivity and create multiple new jobs. That's my perspective.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, welcome. Any other queries?
Sir, we are learning the UX design.
Okay,
Become where the companies to opportunity for this UX design or UI experience designs.
okay. So you're currently learning about UX and UI UX, and you wanna search for job opportunities.
Yes, sir.
So here I would suggest you to work on it first.
Okay,
Create multiple wireframes, create multiple projects.
okay, sir.
Then you can post your projects on LinkedIn. Um, you can post it out regularly on a frequency, like every week you try to complete one project and post it on
Okay, sir.
LinkedIn. Then you try to approach multiple companies that have the vacancies of UA UX. You can just
Okay, sir.
search on the job sections of LinkedIn.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
not just LinkedIn. You can use other websites like Naukri. And if you are into freelancing, you can try Fiverr. This is
Okay,
good
sir.
for freelancing. You can put out your projects, then
Okay.
ask for you can search out for the jobs, freelancing jobs that are similar to your job profile.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, welcome. Any other questions?
I know, sir.
So
Excuse me.
there are multiple questions in chat box. If
Sir, I
anybody
have doubt.
yeah, please tell out.
In the last topic, what did you say that I cannot understand?
Which topic can you exactly note it out?
1 second, sir. I'll send you.
Yeah. Hello. Someone asked for some question.
Hi sir,
Yes, please.
I'm Lokeshwaran. Did I have any chance to get high paying jobs for this UX UX?
Okay. So for UI and UX, the current job market doesn't have high-paying jobs because this is like the basic starting initial section of the software life cycle, right? So
Okay, sir.
you go to a company where they create applications. uh, they would need a ui ux designer only for the designing purposes and for prototyping the applications. Once you complete your prototyping and designing phase, it will be moved on to the developers, and developers are the ones who have the main focus on building the applications. You have like good job market out there, but not with a good package, package comes only with experience in these kind of fields.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please.
I'm Kavi Brinda, sir, from
Okay.
Coimbatore.
Okay.
Sir, we are using tools like AI.
Okay.
Those kind of projects, some things, can
Okay.
I say in Tamil, sir?
Yeah, please.
சார் இப்போ நம்ம வந்து ப்ராஜெக்ட் யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம் சார் ஏஐ டூல்ஸை.
Hmm.
அதில் வந்து சம் மிஸ்டேக்ஸில் ஒர்க் ஆகாமல் போச்சுன்னா அது நம்மளுக்கு திரும்பவும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இருந்து வர மாதிரி வரும் சார். ஹவு டு மேனேஜ் இட் சார்?
So நீங்க first இருந்து வர மாதிரி you are telling, no?
எஸ் சார்.
For this, you'll have to learn the fundamentals. நீங்க வந்து fundamentals தெரியாம if you are like using the AI, you will not know what code it is writing. You will not know what architecture it's doing, right? So if you are like first learning the fundamentals of what, like suppose you are um, building a React application, you do not know anything about it. You just go straight to the AI and build that application. It will build something, but you do not exactly know what it has built. But if you are learning the fundamentals, then you are moving on to the AI part. You would know what it exactly has built. You would be able to modify that AI code on your own. So this is what I suggest for you people, so that you don't have to like spend much time into like uh, doing it again, starting from the scratch, these kind of hurdles.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your answer, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Any more
Hi,
questions?
sir.
Yes, please.
I am Shona Gracia from Marakonam.
Okay.
Uh, how is AI changing the role of UI and UX designers, sir?
hmm
My question.
Yeah. So previously, before the AI era, what we had to do was we had to build this wireframes, do the prototypes using Adobe XD. There is a software called Adobe XD. We had to build using it, and Figma introduced this prototyping application. So we started using these kind of. But here we had to build everything manually, like create a wireframe, put on buttons on it, choose the color palette ourselves, and do all the works manually by ourselves. Okay. But since AI has come, by just giving a prompt, it will do all the manual works. Like I had to create 10 wireframes. One wireframe takes me 1 hour. So if it, like I had to work on 10 hours, it would be a time wastage for me. So instead of doing this, I'll just have one idea that I'll convert it as a prompt and tell it to the AI, and that AI will build me all the 10 wireframes in just what you can tell 10 minutes. So this 10-hour work is done in 10 minutes, and after it has been created by the AI, I can do the minor changes that I need. So this has like enhanced my productivity. So that's how AI is changing in UI UX field as well as the other fields too.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Welcome.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Deepika.
Okay.
I have some question. Will you answer that, sir?
Yeah, please.
If your course ended with the designing system, what it is mean, sir?
Yeah, can you repeat your question?
Your course ended with the designing system.
Mm-hmm.
Means figure. It means
Hmm.
what it is.
I cannot understand your question exactly. Can you come again?
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
If your course is ended with the future UI and UX, what it is approach while me now.
If my what career or something.
If your course ended with the future UX and
Okay.
UI, what
Okay.
variables can do it?
What variables can I do? I can't. Can you type it out in the chat box? I cannot like hear you properly.
Okay.
Hmm. And a lot of people are have been asking questions in the chat box. So after this question, we'll move on to every questions in the chat box. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So we'll come from the first question from the chat box itself. Mahalakshmi has asked, is it similar to Stitch? Yeah, I forgot to mention about Stitch too. Stitch is an amazing tool where you can build you wireframe. It was given by Google itself. Stitch AI. I'll share my screen once. So there's Emergent. There's Emergent is an Indian startup. They created this AI web builder, so you can try it out. Um, please note that. And Stitch is somewhat different. It's like Gemini of designs. You can tell. You can tell. I need application for. Make it create. Just look at the interface of the Stitch. It's so amazing, right?
கோடு போட்டா சாஞ்சிட்டே அப்படியே நேராவே போகும்.
Guys, kindly mute yourself. Okay. So let this build. Meanwhile, I'll ask the other.
हेलो मालिक, अरे भाई कट करो.
Guys, kindly
Nobody
mute
has found out.
yourselves. Yes, it does. It's kind of like faster than other thing. Look at how it's creating. Everything is like analyzed and done. All the logs you can see. I just gave one prompt and it's doing all the work. Which is good, guys. Like you can like instead of trying out Emergent or other Figma make, it's kind of better than Figma make. You can like mm, build a design here, then you can import it, export it, then you can put it on the Figma for all the prototyping purposes. Here you cannot do the prototyping. Let's see. I think it has completed. So this is what this has built for me. Everything by itself. I gave a like creative website for me to build. And look at it. Look how creative it is. This is what Stitch has been like. People are like have started using Stitch more than other thing for creative designing. So thanks for asking out that question. Okay, it's time for us to close the session. I'll uh, quickly answer all the questions that are given in the chat box. So Maha asked, this codes are not productionable, right? For making those code based productionable needs a lot of changes. Yes, just like I explained, you cannot directly use this code. This is just for like prototyping purpose, where you can import all the codes and like the design and then build a ua out of it. Else you have to like create a backend for it. It takes like a lot of time, but it can be done. Can we have your slides? Yes, the slides will be shared during when we share your certificates. How can I get my certificates? I completed my session. Yes, you'll get your certificates through your registered mobile. Okay, we'll put it in a drive and we'll share it in the group. Dr. Kumarasan asked, how do you balance AI generated design recommendations with human creativity and user centered design principles to ensure innovative yet accessible digital experiences? Okay, so our creativity is unstoppable. Like it has no limits. You can use, like, if you know the fundamentals, then you'd be able to, like, based on your experience, if you have like created multiple websites, if you have like designed multiple designs, then you might know where to put which exact flow. So with this experience, you can like directly enable your creativity using AI. You'll know how to control the AI to exactly us give you what output it needs to be given, right? So that's how we ensure the innovative digital experiences. And Sridhar has asked, what about backend? Backend, you won't be able to create it here. I suggest you build the front end here, and you give all the front end code, generate all the front end code, and as well as backend code using Claude or Anti Gravity or any other tool that you know. And Manish Mardi has asked, I want to know about Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and XD. Can like the time has completed, and you can like search it out in YouTube. There are a lot of resources, and in YouTube as well as other platforms. Which is the which is the best AI tool to build a user interface design? As beginner, Anandi has asked. So as a beginner, I'd suggest this Stitch, Figma Make, and emergent as well. So try using multiple tools. Maybe you can note the difference between how it does like work. Is Darshana has asked, is this AI tools are safe, sir? Yes, it's completely safe. It's not like they are not going to steal your data anyway. I mean, they're gonna use your data to build, like, train their models, but of course, uh, it's however it's your perspective of how you see it. Like, it's if it does your work, then you can like directly use it. So a Deepika has asked, if your course ended with further of UI UX. I can't understand that. Kavin has asked, what kind of skills I have to learn to become. UI and UX designer, you have to learn about this prototyping and basic design structure, how the format needs to be, the color combinations, and all these essentials which are required for UI and UX. Uh, okay. Which one? So most of the thing is about how I can like learn UX and how to get some offer in some companies. It's some like something I told in the beginning, guys. You have to like completely build projects, multiple projects, make it differentiable, and showcase it in your resume, or else create a website, portfolio website yourself, showcase it in LinkedIn, then try approaching companies that are open for UI UX job vacancies. Okay, that's the only way you can get into this field right now in this tech world. So which is more important in real projects, wireframes or high fidelity designs? I'd say it's both, uh, not just about wireframes, because wireframes are something we create for prototyping purposes, but high fidelity designs is what that enhances the user experiences. So both, you have to have the balance of both. And third, the design AI websites is more than you designing AI websites is more. Is there any limits to use Figma? No, actually, like, you can use Figma for free, but um, for using more tools, the external tools, the integrations, and other enhancements that Figma provides, you have to get a subscription, or else, like, for learning purposes, you can just use free tool. Okay. So that's it, folks. Thank you for attending this session, and your certificates will be received by evening. Thank you. Sir, do you have any YouTube account to know more? Yes, yes, please. I'll share one link just right now. It's something
So in
I've
the group we
learned.
can see, in the group we can see, send the link.
Yeah, yeah. In the group
Okay.
itself, we can share, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. You can do that. I'll be sending the group. Okay.
okay, okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So, so thanks for the participations. So thanks everyone for participating in the workshop. So I think you hope you enjoy the sessions. Thanks for the participation. Now we will be sending the feedback link. Kindly fill the feedback link, and we will be we will be providing the recording sessions for this session also, and we'll be providing a session within today. So we'll be giving us we'll be providing a certificate within today evening. Okay, thanks for the participation.